Hi guys. So I've realized that I haven't been talking throughout this vlog. So here goes. So here's me taking Bill for a walk. Where were we going? I believe we were going to the store. I think she ran out of food. And there's this store nearby that has food like similar to the one that she gets. We usually get like the big bag, but she ran out, and where I get her food from is not nearby. And I looked online, and they don't. I don't know if I'm not in the right category or what, but I don't see it online. Like I actually have to go to the store. So, which, I tried to do. It's still like a hassle to do because it's such a big bag that like I don't even know how I get it home sometimes. But anyway, that's us going to the store. Okay, so now this is, I believe this is the next day. I was gonna take her with me to this appointment, but you see, I was just like, okay, yeah, this doesn't look like a good idea. So I ended up going up by myself, and yeah, because I didn't know if she could like come into this area, and then the office that I'm going into, it's not small, but it's small enough, and it's like really nicely decorated, and she is just a wild one. So I was gonna leave her outside, tie her up outside, but she doesn't like that either. And then I was like, I didn't know how long the appointment was gonna take and everything. And then I had a few stops to make this day. So but I figured like it would have been a nice little outing for her. I'll try it on another day when I don't have that many stops to make. But here I am, I'm coming in, I'm checking in for my appointment. And yeah, my esthetician is coming up soon. I went to get a facial. I have a lot of like hyperpigmentation and stuff going on. I'm just trying to find what works best for my skin at this point. Okay, so now my appointment is done. This is me. Oh, on my way to my appointment. This is not my first time there, but I was just looking around and stuff like that, and I needed a new like spring jacket. And then when I was walking to my appointment, I was like, oh, there's an off fifth right here. I didn't even realize that every time I've been coming here. So I said after my appointment, I was gonna go inside and see what they have. Like stores like this usually have like, they don't have a wide variety, but they'll have like a few gems. So I went in to see what they had, and I figured instead of like the actual Saks, the off fifth, I could probably get something at like a reasonable price. That's another reason why I wanted to come in here. So I ended up coming in, and I'm on the escalator as you see. Okay, so now we're by the bags. They had so many different bags. There's so many different bags that I even like want to go back for. But I figured, let me find what's practical for me. What do I need right now? Which is like, like a little everyday bag and stuff like that. Yes, the summertime is coming. So there's Chloe for like vacation or the beach and stuff like that. Caught my eye. But I was just like, this bag is not an everyday bag. I mean, you can wear it as an everyday bag, but I've had issues in the past with doing things like that. And then you wear your good stuff, you just wear them out. And then when the time comes to wear something like that, it's already just like worn out, So I still kept my eye on it, but I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna think the most important thing that I came in for was a spring jacket. As you see, I'm looking through, I found one, And I ended up getting another bag. I didn't get that bag, but I ended up getting another bag, and I felt like it was a little bit more everyday. You know, I have a knapsack, but you know, like sometimes, and then you're girly, it's getting hot outside, it's getting warm. I felt like it was like more of an all-purpose bag. It could be worn to work, it could be worn if you're just, you know, going to hang out, it could be worn if it's a date, like a, you know, like brunch. It could be worn, it's an all-purpose bag, so it's the one that I kind of went with. And yeah, so this is the cashier taking off the gazillion alarms off this coat, off this jacket. Let me tell you, on the rack it had so many other jackets, and every other one I could literally take off the rack and try it on without getting assistance from like one of the I don't know, the, you know, the employees. So it was like literally tied to the pole, and then now we're at the register. It has like a million and it was the only one there, so it was like calling my name. I was a little bit more pricey than I was expecting to pay, because as I said, when I was going into all Fifth, I said, oh, I could probably find a jacket for like a nice reasonable price. But you know, when you find like a nice little classic piece that's just calling your name, you know, sometimes you just have to bite the bullet. And that's what I did. So, and then that's the bag that I ended up getting. So yeah, I felt like that was a nice little spring summer purchase. And then this jacket, you see it has like the khaki color, but the other jackets that were khaki were like a lighter khaki. So I figured with this jacket being a darker khaki, it can carry over into the fall. You get what I'm saying? So like I can get 2 seasons out of this. I can get spring and I can get fall because of the darker khaki. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pick up this coat, this jacket, and that's what I did. I got that, I got the bag, and
thank you so much.
I felt confident with my purchase, and yeah. So now, I also had planned to go to Sephora to get some makeup, and I didn't know if I was still gonna go because of that purchase. But I still said, let me go, because there are a few items that I need, like some staple pieces in my full face collection that I needed. So I picked up a few of those. I didn't empty my list clearly, because, you know, the prior purchase, you know, dipped into that money. But I got a few of my staples that I like needed. Everything else, like I could just like work with what I had already. So that's me checking out. And I don't know, I misplaced my bronzer palette, so I just picked up this little one to see if I can still see if I could find it. And if I don't find it, I did see another bronzer in here that like I'm looking into, but it was a little bit pricey, so I ended up going with that one. And then of course, you know, they give a little few free gifts and stuff like that. This is me getting a gyro. You know, it's nothing like a gyro at the cart on the street. So then I headed to get some stuff for Bill. So these are the things that I had gotten for her. And see the big bag of food that I was talking about there? So I ended up getting the food. I got her some treats. They had some treats there and stuff like that. A little shirt. So I'm showing her things. She gets so excited when she gets her little treats. But yeah, so I'm showing her things, because she's like a human being, you know. This is like a real child. Like, you know, she sees you get dressed up and go outside, so she's so excited when when you bring her stuff and show her that she has her own clothes, her own little treats. It's the cutest thing. So Now this is me cutting out these raggedy braids. Of course, I need to get some, bigger, sharper scissors, but it got the job done. And I must say, I was able to pull out all my hair, and my hair is like, I feel so good. Like wearing the braids, you can't just wear the braids, like, but for me, being on the go, even when you're not on the go, just laying around, having the braids in to not like, to lessen the manipulation of your hair. If you're laying down, it's rubbing on your sheets and your pillow. If you're out and about, you are combing it too much and things like that. You get what I'm saying? So it's been doing well for me. And yeah, that's why I try to keep up with it. I try not to, overdo it or anything, because it can go wrong, but yeah, so here I am. Brush my teeth because I came to get my braces. So I figured I'd brush my teeth really good. And then and come. So here we are. I'm in the waiting room, waiting to be seen. This is the room that they're doing everything in. I'm hanging up my bag and going to have a seat to get comfortable. They're showing me, the process and everything. They're, letting me know what they're going to do to keep it on. They're showing me how my teeth are going to change. You see the arch changes, the overbite, everything. They're showing me everything and how it changes right there. So I'm sitting there like so excited and so in amazement, because I'm just like, there are certain teeth that are like higher than some that they're saying are gonna shift down deeper into my gums, which I need. And I'm just like, technology and these things are just so amazing. You just have to leave it to the pros. You just have to leave things to the pros, because someone like me looking at it, I'm just like, I don't know what they're gonna do. If they're gonna have to remove more teeth, to get the result that I'm looking for. And it was a no. Like when they broke everything down to me,
the virtual
I was
thing,
just
right?
like, wow, that's why you have to leave it to the pros. So we're getting ready to get started. Open my mouth. And sometimes you think situations are worse than what they really are, because, as I said, like before I started to get the knowledge and them breaking it down to me, like what is going to happen and what happens, and showing me other situations, you think that you're going through like the worst. You get what I'm saying? And like even this video, this recording of the process, I'm just looking at my teeth, and because there was a time when I was really, really contemplating, because I was like, am I gonna do veneers? And then I started to do research on veneers, and the process of it scares me a bit, because it's not reversible. So I'm just like, all my life growing up, I would get complimented on my teeth. I would get complimented on my smile. Like, oh my goodness, you have such white, straight, pearly teeth. Your smile is so gorgeous. So with that, I'm like, okay, I don't know if I want to, I don't know if I need to get rid of my teeth, because all my life, I've always gotten complimented on how straight my teeth were. People used to think that I had braces before, and it wasn't the case. But so I'm like, you know what? I think all I need is some braces to straighten back my teeth, which aren't like even that bad as you can see. But what I do also notice is a little change, just like a little shift in the shape of your mouth or the shape of your teeth can change a lot of your appearance. That's what I do notice. It can change a lot of your appearance because it changed the way my mouth is shaped, even though it doesn't look so bad. You get what I'm saying? So it doesn't look bad, but when you know yourself, when you look at yourself, when you look at like past pictures and things like that, and you can tell like, you know, I'm not making up my face to look like this in these past pictures, and I'm not making up my face to look like this in these present pictures. So there's an alter in the shape of my mouth, the way that my mouth is shaped. You understand? So that's when I just started to like really, you know, do my research and see what were the best options for me. And of course, everything is a process. Nothing is going to happen overnight. And it's levels to it. There's no like, also like you see how I have like some spaces. Okay. So they have implants, right? I got more than one opinion, like dentist's opinion on, you know, the steps to take to get my desired effect. Implants was what I was going to do first because I figured I should do an implant first and then do my braces. But then when I'm speaking to the dentists, they're all saying that I could do the braces first and then do the implants, which when they broke it down, it kind of, you know, it's going to end up to be cheaper for me in the long run, because what the braces are going to do, it's going to, the space won't be so wide. So if I went to get the implants with such a wide space, I would have a wide implant or more than one implant. You understand what I'm saying? So with the braces making the space smaller, I can probably put one implant where I was going to put two implants. You get what I'm saying? So, and implants are like $6,000 for one, or in that price range. So, you get what I'm saying? I'm saving $6,000 by adjusting my mouth back to its original state, and even if two is still needed in there, they won't be big. The space is not going to be as small. If you saw the diagram at first, how it shows you how, but you know, it doesn't, I'm pretty sure it's not going to show you exactly, but they showed me like a 3D version on my first appointment when I came to get my molding to send to the company for my braces. They were breaking it all the way down for me, and everything just made sense. And you know, I'm thinking to myself like, how am I gonna put on braces with the space or this, that, and the other? And it's all just making sense. And like looking at my mouth, even with the space, like I'm still confident. I still feel like, okay, there's a space there, it's not even that bad. Like, why did I think that it was that bad? But I honestly feel like I think that it was that bad is because I myself personally, mentally, was going through something. I mentally wasn't happy. So when you're mentally not happy, you're going to find all types of flaws with yourself. You're going to find all types of flaws. You're just not happy, you know? And I honestly feel like even in that time of not being happy, because I do suck my finger, so in that time of not being happy, I felt like I was sucking my finger more, like a pacifier kind of thing. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, yes, I needed braces before, but those moments in my life made it worse because now my teeth started to twist and things like that. You understand? So, yeah. So, but when you know, as I said, when you look at yourself, you know, like, okay, this is not you. And then sometimes you're like, am I bugging? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just said, you know what? I started to get my consults from different dentists, and a lot of them were saying the same thing. Like, you can go and get the braces, and then you can do the thing, because also with the implants, it's a process itself. It's like, 3 months here, 3 months there, 3 months. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not like okay, I'm gonna go to the dentist and they're gonna put implants in. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, there's 2 problems here in my mouth. I need braces and I need implants. But in the process, I would love for, if it's implants, like I can go and get my implants, and then I would like to have a wide smile. Or if it's not the implants, because at least if my mouth is, the shape of my mouth is altered, but I can do a wide smile, you can kind of, it's like a give or take. But if the shape of my mouth is altered, plus I can't give a wide smile, it's just like, you get what I'm saying? So if I were able to do the implants, I would be able to get the wide smile and wait for the braces. But now with the braces now, it looks like, from my understanding, we're gonna, because it could be that, there's some parts of my mouth that are really, really altered. So it may not go all the way back to, what it was, but we're gonna get it as best as possible. And if they're saying that the space becomes smaller, then that means I can have a wide enough smile. Do you understand what I'm saying? If there's not a big gap, plus my teeth are fixed, like my teeth are straightened and my mouth is thin, now there can be a wide enough smile. So do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go with doing the braces first, and then we'll go to doing, we'll look into the implants if needed. So that's what we're doing here. She's cleaning the teeth and everything, getting them ready. And she did such an amazing job. She was such a good, sometimes you go places and they're like rushing, or they're rushing, or they're just like, okay, next, and it's not a good feeling, especially when you're spending all of this money. You want to feel like, yes, I get sometimes that you're working for a place, so it's not the money. Yes, the money is going into your thing, because without the patients, you're not, like, they don't have the budget for your position. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of times I would tell people to go into things that you actually like doing, because she was so good. I've had bad experiences with like the people helping the dentist or the doctor during my service, and she was really good. She was very knowledgeable about what she was saying, because the orthodontist that was there when I did like my moldings and stuff, I didn't see him, but I was explaining to her what was said, and she was able to execute everything the way that it was brought to me. And that just means that you know what you're doing, you care about the patients, and sometimes going through things like this, that's all you need, especially when you're paying this money. Just let me feel like 5-star right now. Like, okay, this money is worth it. I'm about to get my ass up every day and make sure that I can, keep up with all of this and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing here. There are these things that they put on the teeth so that when you put the Invisalign on, it doesn't like keep sliding off. So I believe that's what's being done here. I believe that's what's being done here. And yeah, it honestly wasn't even a long procedure. And as I said, she made me feel so comfortable. There was points that she was taking out like certain things and I thought they were needles and stuff like that, but they weren't. And I was like, oh my God, thank God. But yeah, what's going on here? Yeah, you're gonna see this red light a lot. I was just so excited to do my braces. I was supposed to have them since last year. And it was just so much. But I think it's because I was so new with my health insurance that, you know, sometimes you have to build a rapport with people for certain things. And it's, oh no, she's molding the Invisalign onto the teeth. The stuff are already on. So yeah, like you have to build a rapport with these people. What they're doing is life changing. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna offer you my services to help you get your teeth back on track or, I have to know who I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly feel like that's what happened. Of course, they're not gonna outright say that, but I honestly feel like that's what happened. So, but we got it done. Like I even feel like inside of my mouth at the top. I don't know if that's called the bridge. I feel like, yeah, like it's arched in a bit. So I was wondering if there's like a brace that maybe it goes through your nose and pushes that bone down a bit. I'm weird, right? I know. But I think that because, when you suck your finger, your finger is touching the top of your mouth. It's like resting there. So when I mean it's not a big, like when I feel it, I can feel it with my tongue.
Yeah.
Like the parts that my finger does not touch is lower than that part. But sometimes I just think to myself, like, if the twist of my tooth changed my mouth like that, the arch of that part could have changed, like, the top of my mouth or something. Make my nose higher or whatever. So I had asked a dentist in this whole process of me getting these because what I started to do was like, just do my regular cleanings and stuff like that. So just to, and doing that, you got around like other people. Of course, it's the same dentist, but in the dentist office, it's a big dentist office, so you're talking to different people in the field, basically. So I would just be asking them the little questions, and that's really something that I want to know, like, because I even looked it up myself, like a face braces that can push down the bridge of my mouth, like just to level it out back with that part. But that's, that's another story for another time, but I'm weird like that. Because honestly, my natural mouth, I really like it. So, yeah. I'm going to do my best to try to get it back to that, but yeah. So this is the actual orthodontist now, shaving down the teeth a bit because they twisted, so they have to twist. So she's getting them room. She's detaching them a bit so that when they twist, they have enough room to turn properly.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one is.
That's the thing that you don't know about these teeth. Like, we look at certain things and don't think that they grow or they get out of shape and things like that. But like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if you're doing it like that, they're gonna grow weird. If you're sucking your finger, or if you're doing different stuff, they're gonna grow weird. You're gonna, even if you stop sucking your finger but you leave them a certain way, they're gonna grow weird. And now when they grow weird, it's you trying to, you know, replace them and put them back in place and how they're supposed to be. You know, like you see the top of my mouth there, that where it's not my teeth. Like, should it be that high? You get what I'm saying? Maybe it should, like the gum part, should it be lower at the top? I think so. That's where I pushed it out with my finger. It should be lower. Because I look at my past photos and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to do the braces and everything first, and I'm going to see. I'm pretty sure it's going to make a grand difference. I'm pretty sure on that. But I want the complete difference. Like, if it's possible, you know? If it's possible, I want the complete difference. So this is her helping me, you know, position the Invisalign and everything. Okay. Because of how my teeth, but you know. Okay. While I'm editing this video, I've had it in for a little while now, so it's easier to, you know, place them in my mouth. I'm gonna see on the next trays if it's gonna be when I change the tray. But these trays are pretty easy. Like, after a few days after I left, it was the same problem, but now they're like easier to put on. Maybe it's because I know how to put them on completely. I don't know. But you see?
How you know it's good? Because it's no space in between the teeth and the tray. Okay. You see? It's really perfect, okay?
You see the stuff that she put on my teeth, it makes it look like braces. You see? Those are just things to hold the trays in place. But you see, like, how the bottom teeth, they're like caved inward and the top teeth are pushed outward. So it changed the whole, like, you see?
So I put the whole trays here, okay? You have number 1 in.
It sounds crazy, guys, but
in 2 weeks,
and
right?
the little shift in stuff just, you know, thank God. You know, you have to thank God when you're just not ugly. Late wake up, right? Yeah. This whole vlog, I don't think that I spoke to you guys, so yeah. I'm just saying good morning, and I'm about to head out, and I guess I'll talk to you guys once I'm up and ready. Okay, here I am. I don't want to get copyrighted for this music, but I hope I don't get copyrighted for this music. But this is sometimes I'm with my clients and they come in for a specific service, and like I just have the tendency of, like, because you can, like, you know, in, I'm pretty sure any field that has to do with, like, you know, healthcare or whatever the case may be, when you actually have to touch a person, you can feel what you're looking for when you're providing whatever service you are for the person. Some people can just look and see. what it is, you know? So sometimes these people come in and they'll tell me, oh, it's been their first time, or it's this, that, and the other. And, you know, I have a tendency to like if I see something and I'm like, okay, this is what you really need, I just end up doing it. Unless, because there's some clients that will say to you like, oh, you know, too much pressure, or oh, ow, like it's sore right there, or something like that. I will like literally break it down to them and let them know like, yes, it's sore because it needs what I'm doing right now. And once I do what I'm doing right now, it'll no longer be sore. And they're like, oh, okay. This is my first time. I don't know thing. I'm like, yeah, a lot of times I get clients like that. And because of that, you know, I like to tell you guys, because if you don't know, then you don't know. You don't know what to book. You don't know what service to book. You don't know, you know, what to expect. You don't know. So, you know, I'll just like, unless it's like overbearing or, you know, thing. And I always let them know too, like, you know, as I'm going, you know, you let me know if you're uncomfortable, if, you know, if it's hurting, if it's this, if it's that, like, just let me know. And, you know, I'll ease up my pressure, or I'll put more pressure, or you get what I'm saying. If you like something that I'm doing, it's making whatever ailment you have feel better, you just let me know as I go along. So that's what I'm doing there. Because I do a little like survey with them before we get started. So you kind of know who you're dealing with a bit. Even though, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. Sometimes people come in, they may have like a sprained something, because I get a lot of like athletes and joggers and runners and people who work out, because, you know, they're always sore, like their bodies are like on 10. So I get a lot of those types of people. So a lot of times, like, their leg is sore, their leg is sprained, their thigh, whatever. So while I'm you know, servicing them, they'll be like, oh, not right there. But then, like, I'll let them know, like, you know, I won't do it firm, but let's try it light. Let's try some light pressure on it and see, you know. And a lot of times it starts to feel better, because if you just leave it alone, the pain may just never go away, because you're not working out the pain, you know. So if you just take your time, you're not going to put too much pressure, because you don't know what's underneath. There's some people who have done x-rays, but there's some people like myself sometimes you have pains, you have aches, and you just don't feel like everything you have to go to the doctor for, you know. So you probably just like, oh, it's just a little pain. Like, I had a client and he couldn't lift his arm, and he told me, like, this just happened during the pandemic. His arm, he could lift his arm before and everything, and something happened. I forgot exactly what he said happened, and he just thought like, oh, he thought nothing of it, and now he can, like, his arm can just lift just a little bit. And I'm like, you need some sort of physical therapy or something, you know, like, you left it alone and now it cannot even move. I said, right now you go to physical therapy, you're going to be in there longer than you probably would have been if, you know, you had done that. I asked him, like, was it a stroke? Because that's how bad the arm is. And he was like, no, he doesn't even know what happened, and he cannot lift the arm. And I'm like, wow. But yeah, that's why, like, when I have clients that, you know, even do things like that, I give them a little physical therapy. It's like a little physical therapy session in there. I give them some range of motion and stuff like that, and they literally feel better, you know? It's so crazy. But yeah, so that's what we're doing here. And yeah, I've had a few returnees, so I must be doing something right.